Hello guys, Ashley here, also known as HLA fan, back to the video, and I just want to give a little update because I don't want people to be mad, but I have decided to focus a lot more on my writing and just focus less on doing rants on YouTube. To not be a forever thing. I just realized that I'm really behind on writing, and for the people who don't know, writing is a really good passion for me. I love it. It cools me down. It's very therapeutic for me, and I really haven't had a chance to get any of it done because I've been so busy trying to get rants out the way. So I decided that I'm going to delay Secret Life of the American Teenager season 3, 4, and 5 reviews a little bit later, not too later, but for the time being, I will be doing individual rants. These are some of the rants that I have piled up, like little pictures that I have piled up in my phone that I will be trying to get done, whether it's the weekend or during the week. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I don't want to make anyone feel like, oh, she's indecisive, things like that. I just really feel like I'd rather much get writing done than put it out on the back burner because writing is really a passion for me. So that's something I just want to talk about. I just have a topic that I want to talk about that is teen drama related. It is Vampire Diaries related, and I'm going to talk about it. And when I get done talking about the rant that I have two side rants that I want to talk about. One is WWE related, and the other one is Batman related. I know I don't talk enough about superhero movies, and I need to because I absolutely love Marvel movies a lot. But this is his Diaries rant. Today's rant, I really talk about why I really feel like Caroline's jealousy towards Elena in season 1 of the Vampire Diaries is just really annoying. So let's just dive into it. Let's be honest. Caroline was really annoying in the first season of the Vampire Diaries. She was conceited, superficial, and just really annoying, complaining, kind of like type A personality. And I kind of feel like that's why they kind of gave that Damon storyline, because she was insecure and conceited in a way, which is crazy. But I don't feel like because she was those things that she shouldn't be. Caroline didn't do anything to be in an abusive relationship with Damon. She did not deserve that, and it kind of felt like writers made Damon her punching bag for being annoying and conceited and just being a bitch to her mother. And I just feel like there were other ways you could have made her come around to the light. You didn't have to make her get abused, because that's just not okay. Caroline was very insecure. In the very first episode of the pilot, she is pining after Stetson, just completely being a pick-me over this guy. Just completely insecure about whether or not he likes her. I'm thinking like, girl, you just met this guy. Why are you all over him? Like, it's so weird. It was just like, oh, like, girl, what are you doing that for? And then she got mad when Stefan clearly was interested in Elena, and she told Bonnie at the bar when she was drunk that how come the guys that she liked never want her? People always say that she's either rude, inappropriate, or she says the wrong things, and she just don't understand it. And Bonnie said it's not a competition, and she said yes it is. And I really just feel like she said Elena always says the right thing, she doesn't have to try. And she tries very hard, and she doesn't get any of the guys. I just feel like Caroline's very desperate. Like, I feel like Caroline's entire personality in season 1 is just desperation. She's looking for some type of validation that they kind of don't really explain why in the first season. They don't really talk about how her parents' divorce affects her, anything of that nature. I would have loved if they would have had dug a little deeper on why she needed the validation so much, but they didn't. Like, even with a character like Vicky, the reason why Vicky was so fucked up is because Vicky had a mother who didn't care, and she didn't know who her father was, and it was just her and Matt. Her and Matt pretty much had to take care of each other because they didn't have a mom who was around. And with Caroline, they don't even tell you why she needs constant validation. she said that when she was telling Bonnie about that stuff in the diner, I just was just feeling like, I feel bad for her. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. Whenever she likes somebody, they constantly reject her. Of course, it's gonna make you feel like there's something wrong with me. But I really feel like she never looked into the mirror and just realized that you don't have to be so desperate. You don't have to throw yourself onto anyone to get them to like you. Maybe if you weren't so conceited and such a type A personality, maybe I don't know. I don't want to say you should have to change who you are to get anyone to like you. I just feel like she was just like, I don't know. She was really conceited to me. It was how she was conceited and insecure at the same time, which you can be, aka look at Serena. For her to say it's a competition, it's just like, girl, you're so insecure for what? Like, it's not that big of a deal. There's other fishes in the sea. Just because Stefan is unlike you doesn't mean there's not other guys out there who's going to appreciate you for what you can bring to the table. Just don't put yourself onto anybody and don't be so desperate. If you believe somebody and you think there's a vibe there, okay. But that's why it's very important to understand what someone's intentions are when you date them, because you can feel a vibe with somebody and their intention is to not date. So it's really important. I just really feel like Crystal and Bonnie is a competition. I just feel like, Caroline, stop being a pick-me and stop being so desperate. If you change those two things about yourself, you'll learn how to love yourself a lot more. She is so desperate. The fact that she immediately threw herself onto Stefan out of insecurity, it just shows that you're too insecure in a relationship. You don't even love yourself. If you don't even know what your problem, what's wrong with you, you can't even accept the fact that you're desperate to even accept the fact that that's why God won't go out with you, because you're too desperate. So we got that on there. The whole situation between her and Damon, it was very obvious that Caroline was sexually attracted to him. I always felt like, it's so hard to explain this. Maybe I'll just leave it out because it's really a big part of why she's insecure about Elena. But I always feel like another reason why the writers put her with Damon was because Caroline was insecure about the fact that Stefan went for Elena and not her. And that's just where I live. Because the whole situation between Caroline and Damon was very abusive, very hard to watch, and the lack of consequences that Damon got for what he did to her is baffling to me. So this is the next thing that she's insecure about. The whole situation between her and Matt. She got drunk one night, and I think it was episode 8. She got drunk, 8 or 7 is one of those episodes. And she told Matt, she asked Matt if she's really that conceited, is she really not that deep of a person. Matt took her home, he laid down with her, made sure she was okay. So the very next day at school, he asked Elena, is it okay if she's interested in Matt? That too just shows how fucking desperate she is. Just because he took you home and was being a nice guy doesn't mean he's interested in dating you. The fact that our episode, she was just like forcing him to say that he feel anything when they lay down with each other. It's like, all I did was bring you home. That's all I did. Her and Matt barely talked way before that episode happened. Like, Caroline, why are you acting so crazy about this? All I did was drive you home. Like, that's all he did was drive you home. Why are you even asking Elena if it's okay you guys to date? All he did was drive you home. Literally, that's all he did. She's still not going to hold up to your precious Elena. She knows you're still in love with her. And it's like, whoa. Wait a minute. Wait. That really just shows how insecure she is. Like, why are you getting so upset that he is not interested? All he did was bring you home. Like, it wasn't even like he brought you home, and he laid down with you. You want to be alone, and then he wasn't there when you woke up. She wanted to know why he disappeared the next morning. But I don't know what you want me to say or what you want. Like, I really don't understand. She really just made that into a really big deal and tried to make it like a bad guy because he didn't have feelings for her, when it's like the feelings that you have for him literally came out of nowhere. So her and Matt start dating, and she's still feeling insecure about Elena because Matt's mom comes back and she broke up with her boyfriend. She came back from vacation with her boyfriend because she's gonna find a job and everything like that. But Matt's mom does not like Caroline because Matt's mom does not like her mom Liz. They went to high school together. She doesn't like Liz. And Caroline's like really insecure about that, about the fact that Matt's mom likes Elena a lot more and she gravitated towards Elena a lot more. Matt's mom tells Caroline to stop trying to get her to like her because she's not going to. She doesn't like her mother and she's not gonna like her. So Caroline then asks Elena and Stephanie if they want to date with her and Matt. Terrible idea. Elena asked her, she said you would think that's a good idea. She said yes, we were all friends here, she said shouldn't be weird. And then the entire time on the double date, while Elena and Matt were making conversation, when they talk about childhood stuff, yes, at the end of the day, it is still making conversation. But you don't see Stephen tripping. He's sitting right there enjoying what they're talking about, asking questions about their childhood. Like he's dabbling in the conversation. He knows for him Elena are in a relationship. He knows that Elena is not in love with Matt anymore. The thing is that Caroline, you do it as all of y'all were friends way before her and Matt started dating. So it's like you guys were all kids. Why are you getting so mad about them talking about childhood stuff? You were there with them. Huh? So she said she had to go use the bathroom. She told Elena, she talked about what are you doing? She said, I came here. She said, I brought you here on this date to show Matt how much in love you are with him. She said, not for you to talk about memory lane, not to have to talk about memory lane. Elena said, I just made a conversation. You're just sitting there looking stupid. Talk about something. What are you sitting right there for? How the fuck is this a day where only me, Stephanie, and Matt are the only ones talking? You're just sitting there looking stupid. Don't blame me for that. Talk about try less next time. And then in the next, oh my goodness, this entire episode, Caroline knew me the entire episode. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, because it really like her energy was just like direct towards the wrong person. Like she needed to look inward instead of outward. Like it's not Elena that she's insecure about, it's herself. She's insecure about herself. So why the fuck would you date a guy who's clearly still in love with your best friend? Why would you think that would be cool? Huh? I think he's still hooked on Elena. He was still like hooked on her. Bad as fuck is he gonna want. And yet you think it's okay to date him? Come on now. Girl, look inward. You're the one who looks dumb. So Stefan asked Matt to help him tone up his car. This little mobile, red mobile. You get have him tone it up. Caroline said, those type of cars, sports cars, too hard to make out in. And Matt said, no, they're not. Referring to him, Elena. It gets really awkward. Caroline just gets really awkward. I can understand, first of all, Matt even say something like that was just out of line to me. Like, okay, when she said that, you didn't have to say anything. Like, you just made it really awkward. Like, you're making her even more upset by just giving her point that every time she says something, you have to compare it to love to whatever you Elena had. Even though I really think the relationship between Matt and Elena is not even like dabbling on enough. Like I wish there were more flashbacks showing us what their relationship was like. Like was there chemistry there? Was there not chemistry there? Like I would have loved to see where it was. I do like her and Matt's friendship, but I feel like I didn't see more relationship. After that, Caroline walks out, Elena chases her outside. Matt and Stefan just towards the car. Stefan tells him to take Caroline for a drive and talk to her and just y'all talk it out. You see, Stefan being cool, he G, like he don't feel insecure about Matt and Elena's relationship. He know that's bad. He know where him and Elena are. Caroline and Matt, they just kind of jump into a relationship, and this is why she's feeling so insecure because they just jump into it, and now it's starting to feel like Matt is saying one thing, but yet he's saying another thing. So part of it is on Matt, but another part of it is the fact that she needs to look inward. She still is projecting a lot of her insecurities on Elena when honestly it's not deserved. So they go outside, and Caroline said, I think Elena said you're ridiculous, and she said what, because I'm insecure, conceited, paranoid, jealous. She said, what would you understand about feeling like that? She said, you're always everyone's choice. And Matt came out and said, we're going to go for a drive, and then they left, and I think her Caroline did patch it up. She said sorry and everything like that. She was jealous when they found out about Vicky being dead and Matt hugging Elena. She got jealous about that. Even though it was a friendly hug, there was no romantic indication. The whole Founders Ball episode, it was the Founders something in season 1. I don't think it was a ball. What they call it? Something. Founders something. When she said this shit to Bonnie, when it was a Caroline, Bonnie, and Elena, and they would all talk about the Founders Day and like the whole ball situation, Caroline really got on my nerves. So she told Bonnie that her family has never won the Founders Day ball, and she wants to be the first Forbes to do it. And then she found out that Elena was on the board of it, and Elena said she forgot that her mom signed her up for it, that it was something that her and her mom wanted to do together because her mom wanted it for her. And Caroline said, are you dropping out? And Elena, she said no. She said my mom wouldn't want that. She thought it was my mom. So then Caroline tries ways to outdress Elena, outdo her hair like Elena, outdo her makeup. She tries to find ways to outdo everything. Tries to find a perfect dance partner, things like that. Make sure Elena doesn't win. She is so wrapped up in her own insecurities that she didn't even see that Elena is not the problem. You are. You're making every little thing into a competition when it doesn't need to be one. Like, girl, get a grip and relax. That's kind of where we end. And this is why I really feel like Caroline turning into a vampire was just the perfect turning point for her character. It made her more confident. It made her more confident. It made her less annoying. And it made her just more, I feel like, more deep a person, more hint to her surroundings. Like, I definitely feel like when she was in vampire, she stopped feeling insecure. The only time she felt insecure was when she was with Matt, and then her and Matt broke up. That didn't even last long. I know when she was between her and Matt, she was jealous about Matt talking to this other girl, and then they broke up. But other than that, I feel like after that she became really confident, and she just oozed in who she was. And I like that. I feel like when it came to this situation about her being insecure about Elena, I really feel like Caroline was just annoying as hell in the first season. I don't think she was a good friend to Elena because she was really insecure. She put everything into a competition, and it just got really annoying and really old and really just like, girl, get a grip. And I just feel like she didn't have the right to project her insecurities onto her friends when Elena wasn't the problem, like at all. It was, you're the problem. You're the one making everything to a competition, and yet you're the one who can't look inward. Like, stop. So, on to the two environments that I want to talk about is, the first thing I talk about is AJ Lee. Lady feels like AJ Lee is disrespected. And like I said last time, I'm not having it. Won't have it. Not going to do it. And we're not going to get here. I will always defend AJ Lee to the end of my life. I will defend her to the end of my life. I don't care if I never met this woman. I don't give a fuck. The things that she's done to impact my life, to me a wrestling fan, as somebody who she made me love women's wrestling at a time when people didn't give two shits about the division. Yeah, I have my favorites, but when Cuddy left, Maurice left, Michelle McCool left, I had no hope. And then Asia came, and it just felt better. She was doing things that the women who were there longer than her were not able to. Like Natalia, like Beth Phoenix. They weren't even getting the same opportunities that Asia Lee was getting. Asia Lee knew how to move, how to stand out without being involved in the title picture to stay relevant. The things that I was seeing on the comments, someone talked about how they would love to see a continuation of the Nikki Bella and Asia Lee feud. You know, I was looking at Nikki Bella is better in the ring than Asia Lee. I really don't care about that. I really don't care about that. Yeah, Nikki might have some good moves in her arsenal, but to just sit here and act like Asia Lee is a bad wrestler because what she was floppy means botching, and Asia Lee is none of those things. Shit, she was a big seller. She made people look $1 million in the ring by the way she sold. Floppy, never that bitch, never that. Mother is never that. Yes, I call her mother because she's the mother of the women's division. Mother never is floppy. They say that the fact that she had the audacity to cut a promo, her pipe bomb promo, about women being here for the wrong things and things like that, when her whole character started off as being obsessed with Melissa. Yeah, her character. That promo was indication of real life situations that was going on behind the scenes. The fact that the Bella Twins think they're going to run the division, as they haven't been here in months, and they weren't doing anything when they were here, and now I think because y'all got a TV show, y'all doing shit, y'all not doing anything. Y'all not doing nothing. Y'all got a TV show, y'all think because y'all got a TV show, and y'all dating the two top guys, so everybody just come in here and take over the division. Bitch, I don't think so. That's what she was kind of implying. It was never about who her character was. Her character evolved from that. Just Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus evolved from being eye candy and being evolved. And hell, even that Trish Stratus is another one too. While y'all trying to put that stuff down, that's moving outside the title picture. Who is Becky Lynch when she's not holding the title? Who is Bayley when she's not holding a title? Who is Charlotte? Who is Sasha? Who are they? Give me a storyline that they all have had outside the title picture. I'll wait because Ashley Burchett can't go one. Tell me. Asia Lee actually knew how to stay relevant without being involved in the title. Whether that was being a general manager, whether that was being involved with the top guys, whether that was being a manager, she was all those things. And you don't want to come down to her because they talk about a promo that had nothing to do with who her character was. She wasn't sleeping with those guys. She wasn't with her and Steve weren't even dating yet. They were friends. When you read her book, they were friends. Her and Steve were friends. They weren't even dating yet. They just started dating like towards the end of 2013. So you can't even use that as an excuse for saying, oh, what did she do to see him? She got that promo? No. Her Steve won't just start dating until the end of 2013, honey. Read her book. Read her book. Do your homework. If you do your homework, you'll learn a lot better. Do your homework, you'll get a grade on that shit. So don't, like I said, don't be talking motherfucking crazy out your mouth if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. See? Like, even Marie, this bitch getting signed to the company with no experience of anything. I don't care that they were trying to make her something based off her look, which is fine. I definitely feel like women should have different roles. If she can't wrestle and she can't kind of promo, make her a manager. Make her do something with her. I wasn't mad about that. I think less about that. She had like no experience, and they were trying to shut Marie down on her. She had no real wrestling experience, like I said, which is fine. But I feel like to put her in a ring where people to make it seem like a legit match, that's insulting. She had like no real good mobility. I can't think of a real good promo she's ever cut. What sucks is I definitely feel like Marie could have been what Mandy Rose was in NXT. Like I definitely feel Mandy Rose definitely got better when she was at NXT, no matter how I'm trying to do what he's saying, no, she didn't. I honestly really did like talking to Chuck because I feel like what is wrong with being a feminine woman and being sexy and owning that you're sexy? Why can't you be sexy and still be good at your job? Why can't you do that? Why can't you do that? I feel like, now one thing that I will say about the HB promo that I feel like I think that she was a little bit wrong about is that there's nothing wrong with being feminine and being good at your job. Nothing wrong with that. I think Michelle McCool was very feminine and she was good at her job. Her Stratus was very good at her job and she was very feminine. I think why she said those things is because she really didn't like the Bella Twins, and I'm really not the biggest Bella Twins fan either. I think they're phonies. I think they are not girls. I don't really buy into a lot of things they say. I like things they say. It feels like propaganda to me. I really don't buy into their whole we're girls and things like that. I don't buy into it because it's just things they do and say, and especially when we watch Total Divas, how they all reacted to Eva Marie getting an opportunity to be a wrestler. That's not girls' behavior. They all shutting her down, telling her that she can't wrestle, she's never going to be there where they're at. That's not girls' behavior. So women encourage each other. Isn't Nikki Bella the shit that she preached? Okay then. Practice what you preach, because honestly it didn't give that. Especially they give Asia Lee no credit for her part in anything she did when she was there. They take all the credit. That's not girls' behavior to me. In my opinion. It's just not. It seems like haters. It seems like hater shit. They don't seem like give someone else their flowers. Because it's not. Y'all want to talk flowers, but yet y'all don't want anybody else to have theirs. That's not girls' behavior. I would say the whole being feminine and good at your job, I definitely think it could be both. But I think the reason why Asia Lee said it was because the Bella Twins, they were forced on us. Nothing about them was ever like, and there was time. Like I honestly feel like the WWE would have not forced them. I feel like I would have learned to like the Bella Twins if it wasn't forced. I don't care about who they were sticking with or who they were taking dick from. I don't care about that. If they would have had genuinely gave the Bella Twins something to make me care about them, I feel like I would have had honestly liked them. A character, personality, something. Those Nikki and Brie lacked personality traits. I couldn't tell you 5 things about them that stood out. What was it about them that made you care about women's wrestling at that time when it was dying after Asia Lee left? Like, don't sit here and lie. The only one they're gonna lie to is the Bella Twin mark. That's it. I just feel like the disrespect towards Asia Lee needs to stop. Her pipe bomb promo will forever be iconic because everything she said was God honest truth. That pipe bomb made women. That pipe bomb made Triple H sign women like Charlotte, Sasha, Becky, and Bayley because he wanted people to see that she's right. You could be good looking. You could be a women's wrestler and be important into the brand. And that's what was missing. Yeah, they had the crossover stuff, which was great and all handy, but they lacked the impact that they quote unquote say that they have. They don't have the impact. If you say that Asia Lee wants to survive in this day and age of women's wrestling, first of all, yes she would, because like I said in my video, women today get a lot more time and a lot more opportunities and they take advantage of it. The fact, like, and for example, here's one. The fact that Jade Cargill is supposed to be presented as this fucking star, but yet she doesn't take any time to develop a character, to develop a personality, to develop any good in-ring skills or any promo work. She doesn't take time to do any of that. She's terrible in the ring. She's very sloppy. People have to wrestle very slow with her because her in-ring psychology is awful. Like, but yet Asia Lee can't survive in this women. Can't survive in this day age women's wrestling. First of all, today's women's wrestling is terrible. If anything, I want Ashley. I would love for Ashley to come back, but I wouldn't want her to come back when she don't even know how to give a coherent storyline. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, if the Ashley disrespect is going to stop when it continues, I will keep getting a video every single day until it gets across the young motherfucker's head. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. The disrespect for Ashley is going to stop because I'm not going to act like she was not one of those ones. She wasn't a pioneer. Not act like her impact wasn't strong. This damn sure was. She was there from 2011. Actually, no, she came in NXT in 2010. So 2010, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15. She had an amazing impact for 6 years. Her impact is stronger than Natalia's. Someone who's been there since 2008. Clock out. Clock out. You're done. You're done. You're done. And I would say this still, I don't give a fuck who gets mad. Her impact is way stronger than 4 Horsewomen. How about that? Yeah. Highlight those apples and oranges. Yeah, I'm fucking shit. And I don't care. I don't care who don't like it. Who does. Ashley is the reason why those bitches got signed. Ashley is the reason why bitches like Charlotte, Becky, Bailey, and Sasha were signed. Or bitches like Ruby were signed. Io Sky, Asuka. She's the reason why they were signed. She did it. Her promo did it. No one has ever claimed to be inspired by the Bella Twins. No offense to them. No one has ever claimed to be inspired by them. You watch a lot of female wrestlers, a lot of them say they were inspired by AJ Lee, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, for example. And a lot of other women. There was a video they made a long time ago about NXT. It's a video on YouTube called AJ for the Hall of Fame. WWE did like a little tribute thing that you can't find on regular YouTube about them asking NXT women about how they feel about AJ Lee, and a lot of them saying that they had to think of somebody who is doing things that other women aren't doing is her. Like, come on, you have been inspired by her. Bailey herself gave AJ her flowers in her interview by saying that AJ did something for the women's division and that she helped her so much on how to just be herself. Like, come on, come the fuck on. AJ did a lot of women's division, so disrespect is stop. As long as I'm here, it ain't gonna happen. As a captain of the AJ Lee fan, as a captain of the AJ Lee fan base, it ain't gonna happen. It's not on my watch. It is not gonna happen. And last thing I want to talk about, just to get this put out of the way, is I want to talk about why I feel like the Christian Bale Batman movies are really overrated. A lot of people love the Dark Knight movie. I personally feel like all three of those movies, Dark Knight Begins, Dark Knight Rises, all three of those movies are boring as hell. They're really boring. They're really, really long for no reason. I kind of don't like Christian Bale as an actor. I feel like he's really bland as an actor. I don't think he brought anything to the Batman character whatsoever. The only good thing about his movies are his villains. That's it. Scarecrow was the best thing about Batman Begins. Joker was absolutely Heath Ledger was absolutely the best thing about Dark Knight. And Tom Hardy was the best thing about Dark Knight Rises. Other than that, Dark Knight is probably the only one that I can probably watch for real. I think Dark Knight Rises is a ridiculous film. The plot just seems so consistent in that movie. Dark Knight is probably we have to only watch, but I really have to fast forward to the movie because it is so slow for absolutely no reason. I feel like stop blazing the Dark Knight trilogy because the movies aren't really that good. They're really boring, and it took a really long time to realize how fucking boring they were. Honestly, and to me, when people always say what movie was better, Dark Knight or Iron Man, Iron Man is 100% a superior film. The only thing Dark Knight had of Iron Man was a better villain. Other than that, Iron Man is a way superior film. Robert Downey Jr. is honestly one of the best casting decisions in a long time. So that's how I feel. The Batman Batman 2020 movie is the best Batman movie since the Tim Burton movie. That's the best Batman movie in a long time. I do like the other Batman films, like Batman Forever and Batman for Robin, but those movies are really cartoonish. So I would say the Batman 2020 movie is the best Batman movie since the Tim Burton film. So get mad at that how y'all want to. This has been Ashley up on Daily Fan, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna try to relax before I go to work tomorrow, and y'all have a good Sunday. And I'll see y'all probably during the week with